Could you tell me more about it?
Huh? I'm worried about how you'll do at the new company.
I've heard the pay isn't great. Will you be okay?
I'm Keiichi Sato, a temp worker at Tokimeki Factory, where we make specialty materials for smartphones and solar panels. So I think using this tool will help us work more efficiently. I've been making all kinds of suggestions to improve work efficiency like this. This is Mr. Todo, the manager in charge of the entire Tokimeki Factory. He's my boss. Things are working fine as they are. Adding new tools would cost money, you know. But it will cut unnecessary expenses. So if you see it as an investment, a little cost is worth it.
Hello.
Miss Yumili! Yumili from Day's company. It's been a while.
It's been a while, you two. Thanks for always showing me around the factory.
What brings you here today so unexpectedly?
I've been visiting factories in Japan, so I decided to stop by here too.
If you'd let us know, we could have prepared accordingly.
I wanted to see how things usually are, so no problem. More importantly, Keiichi, I'm interested in the tool you were just talking about. Could you tell me more about it?
Huh?
Sato, it seems Yumili had something to talk to you about.
Oh yes, she asked if I'd consider interviewing with Day's company.
I've always thought highly of you, Sato. I thought you chose to work as a temp deliberately. But if you're considering full-time, I'd love for you to work with us.
With all due respect, President Fujishima, Sato has a habit of changing the factory rules and procedures. Well, that's to review outdated rules and improve efficiency. The tool I suggested recently was only used by me and a few others, but if you look at the production numbers for that line, you'll clearly see how effective the tool is. Like I said before, we're not considering implementing that tool company-wide due to cost. Learning how to use it would take time, which I think is inefficient in itself. And Sato, I feel like you lack a bit in communication.
I see. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I've been looking for a place where I can make the most of my ideas. So, I'll take this as an opportunity and quit the company.
So today's your last day, Sato. I'm worried about how you'll do at your new company.
I heard the pay isn't great. Are you going to be okay?
Thank you for your concern. Tokimeki Factory will still do business with Day's company, so I look forward to working together again. And so, I left Tokimeki Factory and decided to move to Day's company. A few days later. President Brown, I'm excited to be working with you starting today.
Oh, no need to be so formal. Just call me Yumili. First, let's talk about the future of Day's company. We've decided to establish a Japanese branch and build our own factory here. We'll introduce our specialized AI and tools to aim for efficient, high-quality production.
So that's why you valued my tools.
I want to entrust the Japanese factory to someone with a challenge-driven and ambitious spirit. Keiichi, you're perfect for the job.
Running a factory?
You'd start as a candidate for factory manager, though. I'd like you to join the factory setup project.
That sounds incredibly rewarding. In that case, I already have an idea.
Keiichi, you're such an ideas person. It's a shame that talent went unused.
At my previous factory, I was just a temp. Plus, Mr. Todo has been there so long, he's resistant to changing old methods.
Mr. Todo needs to adopt a more flexible mindset.
In Japan, there are so many unspoken rules. Even when they find something odd, most people won't challenge the rules to change things.
The factory Days builds won't be about old or new. We'll use the best methods suited for the field.
Yes.
Tokimeki Factory will become our rival from now on. The factories we worked with might not think highly of us at first.
That's true.
But if we focus on quality and efficiency, the results will follow. It's a big challenge, so we'll need your ideas, Keiichi. I'm counting on you.
3 months later. Recently, production across the factory has dropped and sales are plummeting.
Huh? Seriously?
You didn't notice anything?
No, not at all. I'll look into the cause.
Production started declining about 3 months ago.
So that would mean it started after Keiichi left.
Maybe the tool Keiichi designed was actually amazing.
This has never happened before, so that can't be the reason. A call from the management department. I'm busy. Can't this wait? What? There's a defect in the products. Understood. I'll report this to President Fujishima. So we figured out that the drop in production and the defects, both were previously being managed successfully by Keiichi.
You said before that Keiichi didn't fit in at our company, Todo. Turns out he wasn't just a fit, he was an essential asset. Implement the workflow improvement tool Keiichi left us immediately.
But won't that cause unnecessary costs?
Sales are this bad. We have no choice if we want to get back to where we were.
That tool was made by Keiichi, and there's a manual, but
Didn't you get an explanation?
at the time, I didn't think it was necessary.
I trusted you to manage the site, Todo. I want Keiichi back at our company.
What?
Is there a problem?
No, I'll ask Keiichi to come back while discussing the tool. So, we'd really like to have you back at our company, Keiichi.
So you're still not using that tool, huh? Didn't I tell you that maintaining the status quo leads to decline?
Mr. Toto, I understand the situation, but Keiichi is already a valued member of our team, so the answer is no. He's not coming back.
Even now, if you implement the tool, you'll boost production output. The tool also handles quality control, so you won't have defects like this again.
That tool's too hard to use.
That's why I gave you the manual. Did you read it?
Yeah, sort of. Oh, you signed on for 1.5 million yen, right? That's a tough salary to live on. We can pay you 4 times that. You'd have a much more stable life if you came back to us.
Mr. Toto, what are you saying? I would never treat Keiichi like that.
Huh?
The 1.5 million was the amount we paid to buy Keiichi's tool. Plus, we're an American company. We invest in things that are effective and show results. We also give Keiichi incentives for his genius ideas. His monthly income easily surpasses 1.5 million yen.
Keiichi's salary surpassed mine? I see. But is it really okay to pay so much to an employee who hasn't even shown results yet? Well, as long as Keiichi's doing well, I guess I can feel relieved as his former boss. Well then, I'm off.
Feeling relieved, huh? That's good to hear.
That's what you'd call a Japanese-style backhanded compliment. I hear there's some feedback from the factory floor today. May I speak? Mr. Todo, the new quality checks you implemented have way too many steps.
I think every step is important though.
But with this, our entire workday gets consumed by just doing the checks. Honestly, it's just way too inefficient. This needs to be revised immediately. Todo, at this rate, this factory is going under.
But quality is our top priority.
Meeting deadlines is just as important for a company. In fact, we've already lost contracts with several companies.
What?
You only get credit for quality when you meet your delivery schedules first.
And we could extend production hours or maybe hire more workers.
Do you really think such outdated methods will solve anything? For now, it's time for Miss Yumili and her team to arrive. You should join the meeting as well.
Yes.
Hi there, Mr. Fujishima, Mr. Toto.
It's been a while.
I'd already discussed this with Mr. Fujishima, but the Days factory is officially complete.
Congratulations.
No, thank you for everything up until now. So, starting this term, we'll be ending our partnership.
What did you just say?
Days will be handling everything with our in-house products from now on, to take full responsibility for all our products.
So you're just saying goodbye because you don't need us anymore? Is that even okay?
But you know, Mr. Toto, even if we hadn't built our own factory, continuing this partnership as it is?
I've been in product manufacturing, so I understand. I've noticed the quality of products from Tokimeki Factory has been declining. Deliveries are often delayed too. Is there a reason?
Actually, the entire factory isn't doing too well right now. In our earlier internal meeting, we realized just how much Keiichi contributed to the factory. Keiichi was truly an essential part of our company. Miss Yumili, I know it's a big ask, but could we please continue our partnership just a bit longer?
Mr. Fujishima, you're a good man, and I like to help, but as a company, it's just not feasible.
I thought as much.
Still, losing Tokimeki Factory as it is would be a huge loss. It's a company that has supported Japanese manufacturing with its exceptional skills, and many of the machines are still perfectly usable.
There are also employees with exceptional technical skills.
Exactly. That's why. How about Japan branch of Day's company takes over?
What?
Absorbed by Day's company?
The Japan branch of Day's is already getting special material production requests from all over the world, including the US. If we can use this factory, we can proceed with contracts from companies waiting for deals. There are plenty of benefits for us too. However, there are conditions.
Conditions?
We'll keep all current employees on board, but we can't continue with the current state of declining quality and delayed deliveries. Keiichi will manage the factory. That means, Mr. Fujishima, Mr. Toto won't hold his current position anymore.
President Fujishima, I'm against this. This is a historic Japanese factory. Shouldn't we value it as a national asset? You're the type to build your own factory and end contracts. Isn't that a bit arrogant?
Toto, that's the president of a business partner who has helped us a lot. Don't be rude.
Ugh. But President Fujishima, are you okay with this? You won't be president anymore.
Their working conditions won't change. And if we secure big contracts, we'll consider revising salaries.
Many of my ideas have already turned into incentives for me. Things like significant cost cutting, increased efficiency, or landing large contracts result in incentive.
The employees at this factory already have great technical and planning skills. Recognizing that will motivate them and bring new energy to the workplace.
I see. Those are good conditions. To be honest, the business has already been struggling, and I've been thinking about how to protect the employees. Working with Day's company will make this a better business. Miss Brown, I'll leave it in your hands.
But President Fujishima!
Mr. Fujishima, I'm honored that we're able to preserve this amazing factory. We'll work out the details later, but I promise we'll take care of the employees and the factory. And Mr. Toto.
Huh?
He'll be working under Keiichi. Are you okay with that?
Well...
You're too tied up in hierarchy, outdated ways of thinking, and unnecessary rules. It's up to us, living in the present, to update these things for the future generations and the world.
Yes.
It's not that old ways are bad, but if you're going to work at Days, you'll need to be open enough to recognize and embrace what's good.
After Days acquired Tokimeki Factory, unnecessary rules were removed and the focus on creating a better work environment brought back its energy. Toto, having been demoted from his manager position, left to work at another company as an employee.
How do I operate this thing?
Seriously, you don't even know how to do that?
I'm sorry.
You talked such a big game in the interview. You're not living up to what was on your resume.
I lost my wife, my manager position. It's one disaster after another.
Toto's struggling in his new job, unrespected by his boss and colleagues, working only to pay alimony.
Seems like Mr. Toto's getting scolded all the time at work.
And he's having a hard time after his divorce too. As for me,
I'm so glad we were able to acquire Tokimeki Factory. It's helped Days go public and grow even more.
and the factory we set up is doing really well too.
Now, all that's left is capturing your heart, Keiichi.
Huh?
Just one of my little ambitions.